Live from High Point, North Carolina, the town better known as Little Chicago, it's time for the Friday Night Gamble! Featuring Matt Walsh and his co-host, the pride of NASA, Terrell Brown! Our musical guest tonight is Gabriel. Get ready for an hour of fun conversation, music and mayhem. I'm Nadine Stutz, and I'll be your MC this evening. Pop yourself a Busch Light, and let's roll the dice as we welcome the Statesville troubadour himself, Matt Walsh.
Baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to land of good times, to the Friday night gamble. Yeah. What you say, man? Oh, baby, don't you wanna go?
Yeah.
I say, oh, baby, don't you wanna go?
Yes, sir.
To the land of Carolina, to my sweet home, Chicago. Little Chicago. I'm going to Chicago. I'm gonna stop on the way. Pick up Terrell and Aaron. Say, man, don't you want to party? Come on. Baby, don't you want to go?
Yes, sir.
To the land of good times, to my sweet home, Little Chicago.
Hey, let me say something here.
Tell them all about it, man.
You smoke a little, that's nice. You smoking twice, that's alright. But if you wanna smoke with me, you better roll that thing up tight. I said, baby, baby, don't you wanna smoke? I got some nice sticky icky, but I don't smoke. We're haters no more.
Yeah, man. Somebody say hi to Mighty.
Hi,
to
Mighty!
Kick your feet up. Stay here a while. Pay no mind that the world's on fire and the haters are running wild. Because, folks, it's the Friday Night Gamble. We're going to have one of them real good times tonight. Can we start it off with a little team drink, fellas? Anybody in? Team drink to you. Hold them up high. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I ain't even got mine open.
Never too late.
Never too late to the party.
Oh no.
Folks,
I'm always late.
we got a good one on tonight. You may have remembered this fella. He was our second guest ever on the Friday Night Gamble. He was on the set. You were really kind of
second.
You were kind of the first guest.
No, there ain't no kind of the first.
You really were.
Guest.
You were the first guest because
Second guest.
you know there was a premiere of me and Hitman, and he was the co-host. So we were just kind of introducing the show. You're really the first guest.
You were the first official
You're really
guest.
officially the first guest. You are.
Pioneer.
Yeah, you are. So you pioneered this thing a little bit. Yeah, it's pioneering this thing a little
My
bit.
ego is stroke.
Folks, this guy, man, I've been knowing him for, I don't know, at least a decade or more. And you're one of my favorite musicians around, here in the Carolinas. And I think you know what I think of you.
Yeah.
And we always been kindred spirits. And I don't even know what it is. We just both
You my
got,
man. You
we
know
just
what
got
I'm
that
saying?
old feeling
Hey,
when it comes
man.
to a lot of this old blues stuff and
And
just the way we approach life, I think.
You know what? You You took the words out of my mouth the same way. I couldn't say nothing else to top what you just said, because that's pretty
My
much
man.
dead on.
Well, it's good to have you on. It's good to have you back on, I should say. Terrell Brown, I think you are our first probably co-guest co-host on.
Yes,
Co-guest,
Guest co-host.
That's a fancy title.
It is a fancy. You know,
I'll take it.
I find myself making up titles.
Corner
sometimes.
office.
Well, I don't know about a corner office, but I settle for the corner seat.
That's cool.
Well, what's been new with you? Good to have you back on the show. I hear that you've been doing some work with NASA.
Man, it's good to be back on Earth.
I mean, I was getting ready to say, good to have you back on the show. Good to have you back on Earth. I mean, are you what is the deal? Are they colonizing Mars? I mean,
Nah, man, it
Earth,
just got too hot.
It just
Back here, and just had to go somewhere a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure if y'all joking or not, motherfucker. You work for NASA for real?
You never know around here. You know.
You don't know.
You don't
Oh, my
know.
God.
Nadine.
I like this too. This is the second time I said this already. So, Aaron, pleasure to meet you. Nah, everything's been good. It's a pleasure to be back. I'm honored to be back on the show. It's good to see you.
Well, it's always, I know it's always going to be a good episode when you're on because you ask way better questions than I do.
Oh, I don't know.
Is he a journalist? Is this what's happening here?
I mean, he really does have that kind of approach. It feels that way.
I have an appreciation from music.
He does, yeah.
So,
And I thought he was just a listener, but he was over here playing acoustic guitar before the show.
Getting good sounds.
And so I was getting ready to say, he's not a musician, but
getting good sounds out of it.
he's getting good sounds out of it. But he likes music a lot, and he does ask questions that a musician that plays all the time might not ask as a listener. They're always good questions.
Well, I appreciate that.
Nadine,
Matthew.
good Lord, where is Chet? I'm kind of hoping that
He's working on that podcast. That's all he does is work on that podcast
when is this
and
true
drink.
crime podcast coming out?
He's doing all the research. He's doing
These
all
things
the research.
take time.
Oh, he's studying serial killers. Is that what?
Yeah, he's doing the serial
Well,
killers.
somebody
and true
killed his
granddad.
His
His
granddad.
dad.
Get out of
Granddad.
here!
No, they threw him off of a moving train. This
Get
was back
outta
in the
here.
late
Yeah.
'60s, and they are. He's doing all kinds of research, and he's gonna.
He's trying to figure out what happened.
He's trying to put out a
Well,
podcast.
listen,
That's all I know.
I called him today, and I tried to get him to come on the show
Was he at the library?
to sign Aaron.
Uh-huh.
And I talked Aaron up because Aaron's
Right.
all the musicians that have ever been on the show.
Right.
Aaron's got the most potential out of all of them. He's the most entertaining, the big showman, the whole thing. And I told Chad, I said, look, this guy is.
I don't know why you talk about it.
You guys got to meet each other. He can do things for you. You guys are gonna make a lot of money together, basically. And you know what he said?
What was that?
He said, Matt. He said, look, I got to find out who killed my granddaddy.
Let's always.
Yeah, dog. That's hey.
He said, I got to find out who killed my
He
granddaddy.
kept it hot with you, cause honestly, like, I'd probably be on the same, like, under those circumstances.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, you got to know what's happening.
You
So
gotta know what's
he wanted
happening.
me to get your business card. He said that he will look you up on the internet.
Oh yeah, we'll make a shake.
Yeah,
ain't no thing.
and he said, but right now he can't even get out of this
He's just
right now.
engrossed.
He
in
got to
it.
do
He's
it.
from
Yeah.
Got to do
courthouse
it.
to library. He's all up and down. He's all out in Marshall. He's got people in Marshall.
He said
They
something.
come from the western part.
He
of the
said
state.
something that I didn't understand. He said, Matt, the way I get through it is a lot of methane.
I don't know anything about
Methane.
it.
I don't know what methane is. I don't know.
That's what they call
Y'all-
his mama.
Methane?
I don't
Methane.
know.
Does he mean methane?
I don't know. Methane.
Sounds like a stinking
I don't know
business.
if it was a girl that he's
That's what they used to call his mama.
methane.
Methane.
Yeah.
Oh, are you serious, or was that a joke? Because if that was a joke, that was brilliant. God, that was funny as hell.
It's the second time breaking the fourth wall.
Who, me?
Good joke, but that's all right.
Folks, I gotta tell you, if you like this show and you like everything that's happening here, the thing you really gotta do is, number one, after this is over, you gotta get off of Facebook and just quit that shit altogether. It's horrible. And what you can do, I'm streaming on it. But what I'm trying to do is get them to quit Facebook and go to my YouTube channel.
Oh, after you watch the live stream.
After you watch the live
Yeah.
stream, yeah. Don't do it right now.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do it right now. I'm not saying to do it right
Yeah,
now.
stick around.
Stick around. Thanks for catching that.
about to mess yourself up.
See, I told you he's my bud, man. Golly. But anyway, so, yeah. All right. So anyway, let me say that again. You just go to the description of this stream, and there's a link to my YouTube channel. Because eventually, that's where all this stuff's going to go, is what I should have said, is YouTube. That's what we're shooting for. We want to get off of Facebook, because there's so much more on YouTube that we can do. I mean, I got 2 more shows, Terrell. You know about Shallow Saloon Stories.
Yeah. You're a busy man.
Out of Control Vintage.
You're working hard.
All the films. We just put all the music videos we did together in one complete movie called Thunderbird. And speaking of true crime podcasts, I kind of did one of those, put one of those out the other day, Nadine.
Is that right?
Yeah, the latest Shallow Saloon Story focuses on my time. That I lived in 6 years. I lived in Wichita, Kansas, and I lived there during the reemergence of the notorious BTK killer. Serial killer.
I didn't know that shit.
The guy that came back, he reemerged after being dormant for like 25 years. And I thought it was just,
he was hanging around there?
Oh, yeah. He was sending, letters to the police and dropping off, evidence and stuff in parks and all. I mean, I tell the whole story.
What kind of shit would he drop off?
Oh, God, man. Like one time he dropped off a cereal box. Get it? Serial killer. And it was a Special K box. And it had, it was just like
a cereal box?
A cereal box.
I might have to look at that one.
Yeah, if you're a true crime, if you're into the whole true crime,
no, you get no points for leaving on a cereal box. That's just.
Did Chet put you up to that?
No, this is really
my... Is this Chet's idea?
Nadine,
it's some shit Chet cooked up. I know what it is.
I really lived out there when this happened. And for you folks that are going, well, I don't want to hear the gory details of serial killing. Well, that's not what this is about. I don't go into any of the. I don't dive into any of that. The killings.
Yeah, you just happen to be there when it was.
I just explain what it's like to be a musician.
Yeah.
What it was like to be a musician playing these seedy bars at the time and the nightlife.
Bet that was fucking crazy.
Oh, it was crazy as hell. I mean, it got the paranoia was so wild, man.
Made for some good shit though.
Yeah. They sold out of locks and ammo the first week that the city did. Because this guy would go around he was the boogeyman in the 70s. He'd go around cut people's telephone wires, and people would go in.
Oh yeah, back then you was.
Yeah, you were sitting duck. I mean, if you didn't check your phone wire before you went in the house, you were. And
call 911. And you get no dial tones.
I thought the guy was going, well, this guy's got to be in his 60s. What is he gonna do? And
I don't know, man.
And I got online that night that he sent the letter. And that night, I was I sat up till 6 o'clock in the morning. I was freaked out. It was really. And so I don't recommend. Hey, if you want to go down that rabbit hole and see the crimes and hear all the gory details, hey, be warned. It's pretty graphic and horrible. But that's not where I'm coming from with this episode of Shallow Saloon Story. So check it out. Subscribe, folks. This show is also brought to you by Rocky Mountain Slides. Doc Sigmeyer down up in. Colorado makes these fantastic slides and tone bars. And also, it's brought to you by Butch Light, which we have not gotten a shipment of in probably 6 months. But hey, he's like the guy, and he keeps, keeps in touch. So we keep in touch with him and keep advertising. So, what can you do, Nadine?
You got to keep the lights on, man.
Yeah, we got to keep the lights on.
Amen.
That's right. Aaron, what have you been up to?
Candles are nice, but you got a lot of wood here.
Yeah, well,
you got a lot of wood.
Tinderbox.
There is a lot of wood. What have you been up to lately, man? You've been playing a lot.
Oh, man, you know what? Fuck, that's a question. What have you been up to?
What have you been up to?
Shit, man, trouble, Jack. I can't stay out of it.
What's going on?
But really, honestly, I'm unemployed.
Oh, no.
No, oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Fuck those jobs.
Yes.
And fuck those jobs hard in the ass.
Yeah.
For real.
Okay.
All right.
Without lube?
I'm not even spitting on it. I'm going to shove it.
You and Chet are going to really get along. That's the thing. I think it's going to work out. I think it's going to work out because some of the guys that he works with, you know, they're younger, and he has to sugarcoat things a little bit as best he can, which is like
because you don't want to hurt feelings.
Yeah, instead he's like
Sugar doesn't make it
he'll
good.
like he told me the other day he had this boy band that he's trying to sign, and he was like, well, he said there's money in it.
I'm sorry, yeah,
there's money.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. People love the boy bands. God bless them.
He was like, you know, you little assholes are never gonna make it to the top if you keep thinking like punk asses. And he's like, what I really want to say is, you bunch of goddamn losers, won't the hell you just go back home to your moms?
Well, you know what? You can. I don't know, man.
So I don't know what the difference between the two is, but somehow he figures that he sugarcoats.
Yeah.
He'll switch language around. And
yeah, I get that. Because people can be, words are powerful.
Yeah.
So you got to be cognizant of how you use those.
Yes, you do.
Especially when you're directing them at people.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not one of those people that
what is it
I
you
don't know,
say,
man.
Nadine?
I'm not
word
gonna-
has to agree with the what is it? The whole old saying there about the thought has to agree with the
Thought, word, and deed.
yeah, the thought, word, and deed.
exactly.
If you're thinking one thing, but your words cannot, for whatever reason, line up with your thoughts, or your actions can't line up, you know, that's crazy. That's where you get people that act crazy because, you know, for whatever reason, they're out of balance. There's no balance.
You got to roll how you roll.
You got to roll how you roll.
Whatever is thinking, whatever is a thought, becomes is, you know, it takes roots in your subconscious, then it pops up back over here in your conscious. You're thinking on that thing now, and then you say it. And once you say something, you can't take that shit back.
Yeah, you can. You really
It's
can.
true.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
really can.
You can
true.
recycle your thoughts over and over again. You can work through them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But once you say some shit,
Yeah.
it's out there, Jack.
It's out there.
It's
in
out
print.
there.
It's magic.
It's in print.
It's magic. That's why they call it spelling.
Yeah, words can.
You know what I'm saying?
Cut deep.
Yes.
You know? So, but at the same time, when people talk to you, you know, the way this world is, you can't curl up.
No, you can't.
You know, you got to stand there on your own too.
Oh yeah, man.
And be sure about who you are and what you're doing and what you
Exactly.
come to do.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, you don't be moved off that. That's just the way I try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be cool with me when I lay down tonight.
Well, some folks just stand for nothing, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
And some folks you can be real.
Well, you know what? It's hard, man, because folks are trying to make you ashamed of yourself.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There's a lot of people, there's a lot of forces at work trying to make you ashamed of your
There's
fucking
a
self.
lot of that
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
true, dear.
I'll
Yeah.
drink to that.
And I'll never in my goddamn life be ashamed of myself ever fucking again. You know what I'm saying? I know what that feel like. It's a terrible place to be.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be ashamed of myself, I'm the only self I fucking got.
That's right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hey,
Yeah.
what's that Howlin' Wolf song? You know, don't laugh at me. I didn't make myself.
Hey, baby,
You know.
I'm just passing through like this.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. You know, I think a lot of folks don't really know who they are.
It's
And
not an easy thing to do.
It's not an
That's
easy
something I
thing
had to come to terms with. So you got to be gentle with people that don't they're still walking that journey. They're still on
I'm
that
having a
path.
hard time with that.
It's hard, dog.
You know,
I had to
and I'll
learn.
tell you why I'm having a hard time. It's the people that are copying me.
Speak on it.
Huh?
Speak on it.
Oh,
Say it with your chest.
I put out comic book flyers. Everybody's a cartoon character all of a sudden
God
on their
damn.
flyers. I make a video that has a surprise ending. Everybody's got a surprise ending. I make a video that transitions from black and white to color.
But
And
that's flattery, though.
No,
and
it's-
that's art.
Is that
Everybody
really?
steals
Is that
art.
really? I don't know.
Everybody
Depends on the
steals.
context.
Because to me, you know, these people are supposed to be creators.
But that's rare air. A lot of people get called creators.
Yeah. I mean, there's one thing being influenced. There's another thing just straight up just yanking somebody's shit.
I don't know, man. I think we get too gracious with the words we throw around. You know what I'm saying? Like we settle for things that's not what it says it is. You know it's not. You know they not who they say they are, but you buy into it anyway.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I think about it like hip hop. Like you see it a lot of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are characters.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
We live in a total plastic world.
They not out here robbing people, shooting people every day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You can't live your life that way. And if you are living your life that way, you finna be up out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you ain't gonna be around to be making no damn music.
Well, you know
what I'm saying?
the fakery of social media, man, is at an all-time high. And you got a perfect example of it with this Gabby Petito case, where these people were acting like they were living this life that didn't exist, and underneath it all, there's
shambles.
Yeah, it's just shambles, and I think that's just the major thing with social media these days. It's gotten to the point where people can fake so much to where you're like, well, what is reality anymore?
It's blurred. Who knows?
We used to really be able to lay your hand on things that were concrete and real.
That's why it's important to understand that social media life was never intended to be real.
It never was intended to be real.
But the problem lays, so treat it like it is. But the problem happens when you interpret it as real.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hey, man.
You got to really be out here in real life and really be planted in your 2 feet about what's happening around you.
Yeah.
Because some people can tell you what's happening. I can tell you all day what's happening.
Yeah.
But you can also fucking look with your own 2 eyes.
Exactly.
And see what's happening.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think there's just not enough of that anymore. Just trusting in yourself and what
like I said,
believe nothing.
Make it hard.
Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see.
Things. I tried to call somebody a son of a bitch on Instagram this week.
That's a no-no. You can't do that.
You can't do it.
Can't do that.
It wouldn't let me.
Why can't you do it?
I said, since when can you not call somebody a son of a bitch in America?
Especially if they deserve it.
2021, and he deserved it. He is a son of a bitch. He is. But you know what? I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it.
I'm
Take it.
That's my first one of these. Yeah. That's funny.
Amen, Nathan. Amen.
Which one of you sons of bitches needs a beer?
Hey, man.
Hey, we can say it on this show, and they can't do shit.
For real?
Yeah. Say it. Call me a son of a bitch.
I wouldn't do such a thing, though. But
I just
only
called y'all son of a bitch.
if I did, it'd be in the nicest way possible.
Well, I just called. Yes, sir. That's how I did y'all. Just
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, you can sometimes you can be like, hey, man, that son of a bitch.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah, you talking me.
Like Showbud. Showbud gave y'all a little hard time when y'all came in. You could be like, hey,
No.
that little son of a bitch.
He ain't bother me.
No, he didn't. He went
ain't
to
bother
Terrell's
me.
house.
Let's let it be known.
Terrell's like his uncle.
Yeah,
Terrell's like one of his uncles, really. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
All right.
You really did go after your uncle tonight. You went after Uncle Terrell.
But to be honest,
because he latched on to you.
It.
He latched on to you early on.
Yeah.
And then he hadn't seen you a while, and he had you in the corner.
Like, holding him and
yeah, you can look on Facebook and see the whole thing.
Now he just yells at me when I come in, and then he warms up to me. That's all good. I still love him. He's cool. He's an adorable little thing.
Let's do one.
I was just thinking this.
Which one we want to do?
Let's do.
We haven't rehearsed anything. I don't think we ever have. Even when we've done something in the studio.
No, we just show up.
We just show up and be like, hey man, what you want to do?
You remember that night at Ziggy's where that motherfucker called us to come play? I shouldn't call him a motherfucker. He's a cool dude.
Call him a son of a bitch.
No, but he called us to come play.
Well, you can.
It was like a random ass Thursday night. He's like, I want to do a blues night.
Yeah, I do remember.
And he called us to do it. We went to go do the thing.
Yeah.
And like 4 people came.
Yeah.
And we were fucking up there just doing our fucking thing.
I recorded it on my phone
Did
that
you?
night. I
And
still got it probably somewhere.
Dude comes up to us around second set. He's like, hey, we took a break, right?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, would you guys like it if I just paid you half and you stop now? Or do you want to just go the rest of the night and get all your money? And I knew he wanted us out of there because, it was dead as hell. They were just like, let's all just fucking go home. And me and Matt both were like, fuck no. You called us to do a job. Goddamn it, we gonna fucking do it because you gonna pay me this evening.
You want the job, here's the job.
And we sat there and played them fucking blues.
Yeah.
To all 2 of those motherfuckers.
I was looking forward to it. We don't ever get to do a gig together. And I was saying, hell man, I came down here.
And we had a fucking ball.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a ball.
He gave you a choice though. He could have just.
Yeah, he did give us a choice. He did give us a choice, which I respect. Which we also declined.
Early in my career as a musician, probably like the first 2 years or something, out in Kansas. We went out to this place way out in the middle of nowhere in Kansas. It was a 2-nighter. We played 3 songs.
Yeah.
And we're getting paid $800 a night. And the man came up to us and he said, listen, the club filled up. I mean, there had to be 500 people in this place. We thought, oh, hell, they're going to love us. Oh, yeah, this is going to be the night of our lives.
Yeah.
I mean, hadn't been out there doing it long.
Yeah.
I ain't seen shit
This
like
is
this
it.
in a club.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, they must have just came to see me. You know, how did they find out about Matt Walsh?
He's like, I blew up.
I am big.
I'm an overnight success.
Shut up.
Wichita.
Yeah. So anyway,
I did it.
As the guy comes up about the third song, I think he's going to say something, you know, like, hey, man, they love you or whatever. He goes, hey, listen. He goes, can I pay you the $800 now and you not come back tomorrow? He said, because really, I'm going to lose more than that if you stay here. Because they want to hear it like a DJ or house music or some shit.
Yeah. I wouldn't expected this down home blues shit.
So we packed up and went home, man, after 3 songs. He paid us.
But he paid you?
Blew my mind. I
Hey.
was like, hell, man. So I guess that's just how this shit works.
Hey, if you pay me, I got no beef, man.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all later.
I said, hell, man.
You know, guess it's not for y'all this
Cool,
evening.
man.
That's
I'm out.
all right.
I'm out. I'll go home. I'll go home.
How did it make you feel?
Bittersweet.
Okay.
Because you got paid.
Yeah. You know, it was
You
like,
know?
well, damn. Yeah, because you wanted to stay and rock for the crowd, this big crowd. But hey, it was like, if you
They're
can't.
not feeling it?
When you're a blues musician,
Yeah.
or funk musician, or anything other than what is
Mainstream.
popular right now, you know what I'm saying? It may be popular to us,
Mhm.
but it's not at the forefront
Right.
of everybody's
Oh, yeah.
brain. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you're doing something like that, that's what you got to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Everybody's not going to be in that same bag with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know these people, the geniuses, you love them, you carry them everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? You hold them up on a high pedestal. Somebody else could give a fuck.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's their
Exactly.
thing. But you got to be prepared
Exactly.
for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you learn that real early.
Oh, yeah.
When you want to share it with people. You know what I mean? That's
Well,
when I learned it usually.
you know,
or
that's-
early on it was with girls. Like, hey, check this out. This, you know what I'm saying? This is that motherfucking Sun house. You gonna love this. And the girl is like,
And listen, but you know what? That's what keeps you in the race, man. Either you learn that early and you have a thick skin,
yeah.
or you know you get really insulted by that stuff and just give
you
up.
just learn you like
You know,
what you
a
like.
lot
They
of
like
folks
what they
do.
like. You know what I'm saying? Not matter of your band.
All right, Showbuzz want one bad.
Yeah,
He
let's do one.
wants to hear what you want to do.
What I think of? What was one? You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that Sun House.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah. Let's do that Sun House.
You wanna do that?
Yeah, let's do that Sun House.
Tell him a little bit about it. Why? Tune in here for.
What you want to know about it?
Well, just tell
What-
him how you got to know this one.
Just crate digging. Just fucking, you know. I think I found Sun House by way of Robert Johnson. So from getting into Robert, I found Sun. I'm not sure where the correlation came from, but I remember that's where.
Well, you know,
That's the-
Robert, you know, used to hang around Son. And
Okay, that's where that came from.
Charlie Patton, and they
Yeah.
used to make fun of him because
That's where that came from,
He'd go
yeah.
up there, you know, on their breaks.
Yeah, they
and
say
stuff.
Robert was trash, huh?
Yeah, he'd go up there and try to play the guitars, you know, on their breaks and
Uh-huh.
stuff, and they'd be like, "Hey, man, you know, get out of here," you know.
Who
And
they
then-
say that about Sun?
No, Son would say that about
Robert. Yeah. They told him get out of there.
Get out of there, yeah.
I was finna say, no, Son's a badass.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, man.
I'm sure somebody said it about Son one day. But
And you know, and that's the thing that's also fading away in this plastic world we live in, is people going out back, young musicians going back and digging this stuff out. You know,
they know.
I think a lot of cats
A lot of
go,
cats
go
know.
back past like 1970. You know, but you really got to. You know, I'm not a traditionalist by any means. You know, my music don't follow any kind of, but you got to be informed by that shit if you're writing songs and you're doing.
You know where you come from, so
Yeah.
you know where you're going.
Exactly. Lay it on me, brother.
Oh yeah. Forgot what we was doing for a second. Don't mind people grinning in your face. You don't mind people grinning in your face. You just bow. This is mine. A true friend is hard to find. You don't mind people grinning in your face. Don't mind people grinning in your face. You don't mind people grinning in your face. Don't mind people grinning in your face. You know your mother would talk about you. You know your sister and your brother too. Don't matter how you're trying to live, they'll talk about you still. You just bear this in mind. A true friend is hard to find. You don't mind people grinning in your face. They know you walk, they hang around you. They watch you do everything that you do. Yes, it don't matter how you're trying to live, they'll talk about you still. You just bear this in mind. A true friend is hard to find. You don't mind people grinning in your face. Yeah. Yeah. You know your mother talk about you. Yeah, your sisters and your brothers too. It don't matter how you're trying to live, they'll talk about you still. You just bear this in mind. A true friend is hard to find. You don't mind people grinning in your face. I like that.
Yeah. We gotta work that up a little bit, man.
I like that.
Fantastic.
I like that.
We gotta do an album together, man.
You say that every time I come around.
I know, and I'm
all
starting.
the
Yeah,
time.
he's calling me out on it. Now look at there, he's gonna call me
There
out.
you go.
No, we gotta do a.
Just need to lock you two in the studio.
I wonder, folks, if me and Aaron did a acoustic album together, would y'all come and buy it? Would you buy it?
Who gives a shit? Let's do one.
Let's
for
do
the
one
shits
anyway.
and giggles. Let's do one for hell.
If we did one with the iPhone,
but
and
of
then we
course,
put it,
we'd market it appropriately.
no, of course we would.
Of course,
we
market
would,
it
we would put it in the hands of Chet Hardwood, and you know,
When he's done with his,
Of course, only after he finds his grandfather or who
of
killed his
course,
grandfather.
of course,
Make sure he's
yes.
in the right
Because that's
state of
serious
mind.
The true
business.
crime stuff is real. It's he's looking. So Terrell, what you got for Aaron?
Well,
You're the master of this whole
well,
thing.
thank you, Mr. Gabriel.
The interview.
You have an explosive voice, and like it just kind of comes out there and slaps you good in the best part. I mean that in the best part. Where did you start? Like, where did you discover that voice, your voice?
Fantastic question. I told you, he's good, man. He's good.
Just curious, you know.
He asks you the questions to make you think.
Yeah.
I do got to think
With
about
school
that.
He's letting that one
chorus,
stew.
was it-
He's
was
letting
it-
it stew.
was it
No,
church?
you know what? I am a former church kid. I was raised
Are
in
you
the
really?
church. Yeah, gospel was my first experience with music.
They give you solos
All
in
right.
church.
Maybe one or two.
Okay.
And I spent maybe 15 years in church, so that'll tell you how often I was getting
no,
solos
trust me,
there.
Yeah. I understand.
Not a lot.
I wasn't necessarily. I was in church, and I like the joke is I had a drug problem when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was getting drugged from service to service to service to service.
Yeah. And it was a problem.
You know what I'm
And it
saying?
was a
I
problem.
too was a victim.
Yeah. Oh,
Y'all got something.
Y'all could have been in a lot worse
Oh.
places.
No.
no.
That is true.
Wait a minute.
I am
Wait a
appreciative
minute.
of my
I
mother
hear
for
what you're
dragging
saying.
me, but
I hear what you're
I was
saying.
drug around too.
I hear
Yeah.
what you're saying. But in this particular place, for my personal self, I feel like there were, yes, some worse places I could have been, but there were damn sure some better places I could have
There
been
you
too.
go.
well,
True,
You feel what I'm
find
saying?
that. I absolutely
Well.
do.
And that's not necessarily bashing a religion per se,
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
but that's bashing absolutely 100%, made no bones about it, what went on within the walls of that building.
I'll tell
Right,
you what,
right.
a wise
Hey,
woman
what
once
is it?
told me, you'll
What
find
is it?
your worst
Come on.
enemies
Come
in
on.
the house of the Lord.
By far.
They're-
some
it-
camera
they're-
time.
it-
Outside of
it
some-
works that way.
now,
It's true.
I
I've
have
had
some personal,
terrible
I have some
experiences.
lifelong personal
Yes,
friends,
sir.
and a lot of people do. I have some lifelong personal friends that I get out of that, you know what I'm saying, out of that relationship. I was gifted music out of that relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? However, that lifestyle I learned early would not suit me.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would not suit
That's
me.
all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
You know, and in my household, gospel music was the only music.
Well, hey, at least you weren't like Son House and you just couldn't make up your mind.
You know, there's always that period. There's that period of that, you know, because it's difficult to resist when your friends and family is doing it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to be ostracized. You don't want to be the outcast. Nobody wants to do that
Yeah.
willingly. You know what I'm saying?
It always struck me crazy. You know, Son House, he was
a preacher.
Yeah, he stayed out in the juke joint all night
Mm-hmm.
and get up in the morning and go preach
was
at
a
the
preacher.
Baptist church.
Yeah.
You know?
But once I figured church wasn't gonna be it for me, I still needed that what I got from gospel music.
Right.
That connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
much.
Because
Yeah.
you felt connected
Right.
to that higher power. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Through that gospel music. But once that belief fell from my eyes, I still needed something to attach that music to.
Oh, yeah.
And the blues most closely represented the gospel for me. And it also, ironically enough, was attached to some other stuff too
That's all
Yeah.
right.
that I found through the blues. Hoodoo being an example, I found through the blues. And you know, in that realm, you learn about ancestral planes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You learn about no difference or just gateways between the living and the spiritual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Good and bad being relative, depending
Yeah.
on who's looking.
And
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like-
it's interesting that you just said astral planes because when you start up, when you're getting ready to sing, it looks like you are going through like an internal, like you're casting a spell on yourself.
Oh, wait till you go to one of his shows.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wait
like,
till you go to one
it's
of
like
his
you're
shows.
setting up, and I'm like, is he transcending somewhere? Because he's about to. And right before you sing, it just looks like you're going through some internal changes there. So do you put yourself in a certain state of mind, or can you just bring it out there like that?
That is.
Does
a
that
good
make
question.
sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And I think what you're seeing is the great respect I have for the gift and for what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just for what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because just like nobody does what you do, nobody does what you do.
Sure.
Nobody does what the fuck I do.
Yeah.
And I stand in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And every day I walk out, I try to be as much me as I can.
Oh, you
You
do
know
a
what
good
I'm saying?
job of it, man.
But in that, I do believe that the blues carries importance for me specifically as a black man. That spiritual importance. You know, it's literally I can listen to my ancestors speak to me and tell me what's happening. Because they putting their lives on wax. They telling me what they're going through,
yeah,
what they're dealing with.
it's a total
real shit.
record of exactly.
It's real shit. They weren't out here making shit up. They was
Well,
really
no,
out here
I
talking
mean-
about what was happening. You know what I'm
Really,
saying?
I mean, they're talking about culture at that time.
They're talking about what was
I
happening.
mean, that's why you say, like, Chicago blues, like Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, Little Walter, all that stuff. That's a time that'll never happen again.
Right, but they recorded it for you.
But
so
they
you can
recorded
visit.
it.
You can
but
visit
they did record
anytime.
it, and it's there.
You can visit
for the
anytime.
taking. It's,
And
but-
you learn from it.
But those songs and the things they talk about in those songs are shaped by things that happened
Exactly.
Yeah.
during that period.
Exactly. And those are things
no
that we
matter
don't
how
experience
minuscule
yet.
they are,
So
no matter how big they are.
So how else we going to get them? Other than listening to the record.
Exactly.
You got to listen to it.
You even go back to like some of the old stuff in the 30s, like a Donny, a no good Donny. What's a Donny? People don't even use that language anymore.
It's dead language.
But that was culture back then.
Dead
It
language.
It was slang for a floozy.
Much
or
like
a loose,
right.
kind of,
Much like whatever other dead languages there are, they get the let's say what's the word I'm looking for? They get the gravatar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you mention them, like Latin.
Yeah, yeah.
Who the fuck speaks Latin? No fucking body. But it's supposed to be impressive if you can speak Latin.
You know
what I'm saying?
You're right. What you said is interesting. When you put something like, you know, no matter how small or it is to the world, you know, even when we've made records, those are snapshots into times of our lives.
Exactly.
That you listen to that record and you go, oh, you know, even that you know, I know you've made stuff and you probably go back and go, oh, I can remember exactly what was going on right there. You know. So yeah, it's a time capsule, according to our time capsule. So
that's open. That's open the moment you make it.
Yeah.
But you also, for me personally, I feel like you burden with what you're listening to. You burden with it. You take it on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're giving it to you. You can choose to listen and apply it or not.
Right.
You know, but in that instance, in the blues, what was speaking to me, I had to have more of.
That's a powerful implication because that you're saying that when somebody gives you that music, you become a part of what it's talking about.
Oh yeah.
You take to some degree responsibility for it because if you didn't know, now you know. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is knowledge the same as anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Is knowledge the same as anything else?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when it spoke. And I roll with it. And from the blues,
and
like you said, I think that's you see a healthy respect.
Mm-hmm.
A healthy respect.
That's why I was
for
just
is
getting
what you
ready.
see.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
I honor it with everything I got. I don't take it.
You led me to what I was getting ready to say, and it's that, you know, I think that's a lot of that kindred spirits between you and me. Is, you know, that old blues feeling. It's just something you can't put your finger on, that old sound and all that old stuff. You know, you know. I don't know, man. Some people have experiences in their lives and stuff that make them, you know, be able to channel into that more.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Man, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I like to hear other people's pain.
Yeah.
You know, I like to hear other people's pain.
Yeah.
And I think it makes you feel better about yours.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you feel better about yours. That might be selfish, I don't know. But if somebody's willing to share it,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't want to be that goddamn happy.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it
I'll
sounds
agree
like
with that.
Yeah, you mean that, you know,
Yeah.
because there are some people that like to see train wrecks because they like to see things going
Sure,
on worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what I think what you mean is other people are going through issues.
What you're
like
going
you.
right?
They going
exactly.
through like I'm
So
going
like
through.
I said, it makes you feel better.
They
It's
going
like,
through
I'm
what
not the only one.
They going through what I'm going
Yeah.
through and look at the
Yeah.
beautiful things that they did.
Yeah. That's a,
They going through what I'm going through, if not worse, and look at the beautiful things that they made anyway.
Right. Well, you know, it's like, you know, the best medicine for blues is blues music.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny how it works out?
Mm-hmm.
You know. Well, lay another one on us. What you got?
You want to do another?
Yeah, I always. You know, hey, I'll stay all night when
man.
they want us to go home.
Let's
to
do it.
another one.
No, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
What you got?
Shoot, man. You know, I hate to feel like a downer, but when I sent you them, when I thought about these songs to do here, that's where I was at, man. You know, so let's do Trouble in Mind.
Trouble in Mind. This is you know, hell, this has been around. Brownie McGee done it.
Everybody.
Lightning
done it, man.
Hopkins
No,
done it.
I don't think nobody done it better than Lightning.
Oh,
No. That's
Lightning,
just for
man.
me.
You
Lightning. Oh my God.
That. So when did you first hear Lightning?
Found Lightning on my way to, or I found Lightning Hopkins in Memphis, Tennessee. When I took off to Memphis, Tennessee, a fella I played with by the name of Carlton, with Fuzzy Jeffers in the group, shout them out. I think I shouted them out last time. They're my boys, man. I love them fellas, man. They're an integral part of what I became. You know, taught me so much. And Miss Zeno, the Mojo Queen, taught me so much. But host of other fellas, I can't even name them all. Either way, he gave me a CD disc on it. It had a bunch of just random blues artists on it, and a Lightning Hopkins jam on there. I think he was talking about coming home.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
telling his baby to come home again. He was on the road.
Well, you
And
know,
I'd be damned if my ass wasn't on the road, homeless in my car. So I was just like,
he
I'm
recorded
really doing
like
this blues
600
shit.
songs. And
He's
most of them,
fucking
he just
prolific.
made them up on the spot.
I mean, they were just
You
doing
know,
it. It was
he got-
him.
Talk about
He-
creative, right?
Yeah, he got so good. You know, that one. There's one called Big Black Cadillac or something
I
like
like
that.
that one, yeah.
He made it
I
up
like
all
that.
on the spot.
I
And
like
if you
that.
listen to it, I mean, it's just like
You got to fan it.
you gotta fan it. You got
Right
to
one better than that, Matt Walsh.
Your mama went and saw Whiteman Hopkins many a times, didn't she,
Many
Nadine? You
times.
said?
Really?
Many times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your mama from Texas, or she just
Yeah.
called him out and
Well,
about?
the
They from
hardwoods.
Texas,
The
yeah.
hardwoods are all out there in Texas, so that's where you met Chet. wasn't
That's
it?
where I met Chet in high school.
See that blues? Let you know where it's at.
Hardwood, Texas.
Yeah. All right, Trouble in Mind. Here we go.
Yeah, you kick it up. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. I bet the sun gonna shine in my back door someday. I'm gonna lay my head on that lonesome railroad line. I'm gonna let that big 1800 satisfy this mind of mine. Trouble in mind, yes, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. Yes, the sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Matt, you play a nice blues guitar, man. You play a nice blues guitar.
Without a doubt.
Gonna lay my burden at the feet of my altar now. Gonna put up my libations and give it back one more try. Trouble in mind, yes, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. Yes, the sun gonna shine in my back door someday. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Say it, man.
Come on, come on.
Tell me everything.
Say the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. One more time. Yeah, the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday.
Lord of mercy, how not?
My man,
My man.
I fucking like
Mr.
hanging with
Aaron Gabriel, man. I tell you, you know, man, if you snooze on this cat, I feel for you. You got, where are you playing next? You got
We got one
coming
tomorrow.
up Tomorrow, I was gonna say
We got
in
one tomorrow.
Kernersville, right?
you. Yeah, we're gonna be at
Brewers
we're
Kettle?
gonna be in Kernersville at the Brewers Kettle.
Okay.
At the Brewers Kettle.
Yeah, that's a great place.
I love.
I've seen a
Shouts
lot of
out to
people play
Andy.
there.
Shouts out to Andy, Michelle, Ricky in the game. Look here, let me tell you about the Brewers Kettle. All right,
Tell us about it.
because there's a lot of venues around here, and you know, it's a lot of places that invite you to come play music.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for a place to do my thing anytime, any place. However, there's something to be said for when you go to a venue and they working as hard as you working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they working hard at the Brewers Kettle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got a nice joint. So any musicians out there you looking for a sweet gig, man, the Brewers Kettle know how to treat you. They know how to treat you. It's a good joint. But we're going to be there tomorrow night out in Kernersville, 308 East Mountain Street, I think it is.
Okay.
And no, it's
I'll
not,
take your word
It's not
for
far off the highway, so it's
Yeah. It's right off the
Easy
main.
to
It's right
find.
off Main Street, around that area where everything is in Kernersville. Because I mean, what else is it in Kernersville?
Yeah, but we,
There's other stuff in Kernersville.
well, Brewers Kettle is probably the hottest thing in my opinion.
Hey man, I ain't never been to Kernersville. I ain't never been to nothing in
It's all
Kernersville
right.
better
It's
than
a
the
cool
Brewers
town.
Kettle.
Ain't
Cool
nothing
town.
there.
I'm good
You
right
can throw
now.
me one, I'll take one.
Take one.
Yeah, I ain't never had one. I might as well while I'm here. But yeah, we're gonna be there we're gonna be there at 7, and we go from 7 to 10. We go from 7 to 10 tomorrow. Now look here, forewarning. I know we singing the blues in here, and it's all well and fine. You did what I'm saying, and I love it. However, tomorrow evening we will not be singing the blues.
His other thing is the total original act. Not that this is an original act, because your interpretation of blues is an original act. But, Show Bud, do you want to go tomorrow? Is that what the problem
Yeah, he wants
is?
to
He
come.
wants to go.
I seen some dogs out there. It's outside too. So
It's
if you-
outside.
Yeah, it's
So the
outside.
dog
Yeah,
friendly?
it's
They have
outside.
a nice like outdoor.
Yeah.
Like, I won't call it a stage, but area. Where
No, they got a stage
yeah,
now.
Yeah. Okay.
They got a sweet stage with a disco ball and all of that shit.
Okay.
No, but that's the thing about you, man, is that you are, man, I'm gonna talk you up. I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm gonna do it. That's the thing about you, man, is that and is that you are a total entertainer in the fact that you're a showman for one thing. You know how to interact with the crowd, but not only that, you're not just a one-trick pony where you just, you can sit down here and do these old low-down, old country blues, and then he'll turn around and get up there and do something that's Parliament meets rockin'. It's
we rock and roll tomorrow. And
Yeah,
I'm glad you said Parliament because I love me some funkadelic.
Yeah, and that's somewhere between where it is. It's kind of like a funk and rock and roll band.
I take a lot of influence from George
And
Clinton.
there's
I'll be remiss if I just like I take influence from Son House and Muddy. It takes
Hey,
influence
listen,
from George
the
Clinton
last
too.
time I saw you, and you're one of the few people, I don't go out and see anybody really unless I just really, I gotta really be a fan of yours.
I appreciate it, man.
And it's not because I don't like to support live music. It's because I'm 44 years old and I never leave my house anymore. It's like, you get to a point where
I've heard he's dozing at 10 o'clock.
yeah, I'm in my house pants by like 6. So,
Yelling at the kids at the grass.
yeah, get out of my goddamn grass, you motherfuckers!
All in my petunias.
There are little kids out there are copying me. I know you are. You sons of
That's
bitches.
it.
Trampling my
it.
rhododendron.
You son of a bitches.
Scrolling through social media.
Yeah.
You with your Facebooks
Yelling at the
and your
children.
Twitters.
You little fucker.
Showing your ass on TikTok it is.
Awful.
Does your mom know
Shame
you're
on
copying me?
Awful.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
No, but really, the last time I went out and heard you, I heard like your gospel influence.
Oh yeah, he's talking about this jam. I forget the guy's name, and I'm terrible. I feel awful. Toby, I think is his name.
Okay.
Always roll with his family from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a stand-up brother. Got this jam called Try Jesus.
Yeah, try Jesus, because I fight, you say.
Cause I fight. He said the lyric goes, well fuck it. It goes, try Jesus, don't try me.
Yeah.
Because I fight.
That shit grabbed me,
That shit was
man.
fucking great. You
You
know what I'm
great.
saying?
And you delivered it well. I thought it was your shit. I didn't know. Yeah.
No, it's not my jam.
Well,
I just fucking really liked it. So I lifted it as an intro.
Yeah.
And then we went into this Marvin Gaye thing from there.
Nice.
But like in the middle of this Marvin Gaye thing, and then from there we went to somewhere. It was just, we had a ball. I know what show you're talking about though. I know exactly what show you're talking about.
Where was that?
Cause we ain't done it often. Out in Rizzo's. That's another cool
Rizzo's.
spot.
Rizzo's.
Yeah, another
Yeah,
cool
that was
spot.
Rizzo's,
Out in
yeah.
Rizzo's and Clemens.
Well, don't
Yeah,
be,
man, we got one tomorrow.
Don't be surprised if you see Showbud in the crowd tomorrow.
I'm with it. Y'all come on and party with us, man.
You
You know
never
how we
know.
do. Shouts
You
out to
never
the
know.
Funk Mob. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Eternal Turn Up.
Yeah, at
Instagram.
Eternal Turn Up, as in the turn up is forever. Eternal Turn Up. Funkmobmusic.com. Yeah, all of that. So, however you do your thing. Got an original single called Black Lips available
Which
on
is
all
killer.
streaming
Hell
services.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Killer song.
Appreciate
We
that.
did that last time you were on.
Yeah, we're gonna do some more. We got some more in the
Showbud,
lab. So
what is going
I'm
on?
excited, man.
What's
We
going
actually
on,
recording
Showbud?
live tomorrow.
Oh, y'all gonna
We're
do it?
recording
Yeah, okay.
live tomorrow
Okay.
from the Brewers.
Yeah, you were
Cabin.
talking about you rehearsed.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm uber focused on that, man. Y'all should come
We
fucking
should
kick
show
it with
up.
the game,
Yeah,
man.
we
It's gonna
should.
be a
We
fucking
should.
ball, dog.
Well, I can't because I actually have 2 gigs tomorrow.
Oh, fucking kick ass. Go make your money, dog.
I'll be out. I'll be out.
Hey, it's great to be in the presence of 2 busy musicians.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm in Salem, Virginia. Tomorrow.
Hey, there's only
wow.
And there's
only busy
Parkway
musicians
Brewery.
and broke musicians, man.
Don't let them run you out.
Well,
You run them out.
you know, hey, you know, who knows what's gonna happen?
I've been banned from some joints.
You know, I ain't gonna say anything. I ain't gonna, no comment. No
That
comment.
sounds like a good story, right?
We party, dog.
Mm.
We party, bro.
Do some party. Let's do one. Let's do another. Have we done? How many we done here? 3. We did
I think
3.
we just did 3.
You count?
We did 2, 3, 1, 2.
Let's
3.
do you know what? Let's do let me look at this here. Is this uncouth? What is this?
No,
is
it's
this poor
not.
etiquette?
No, so we were just, we all hanging out.
Alright. And you know what? I wanted to do that damn. I was thinking about that Tiger Lily start a fire joint because
Yeah.
it's weird as hell.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden I feel a little different.
What are you feeling like?
I don't know. What you feeling like?
Whatever you got.
We'll stick with the start a fire then. Let's do that.
All right,
Yeah,
let me
do that.
Yeah, let's throw them a curveball.
Let's see what happens. With it.
I'm always down.
Is this the curveball?
I think it might be a curveball.
This is fucking song is hilarious to me, and maybe that's just my dark sense of humor, and maybe it's somewhere deep down my disdain for society at large.
Plenty of that to spend.
However, just thought the jam was fucking funny as hell, man. Cause I like burning things. As a kid, I did used to like start some shit, set shit on fire, set a couple garbage cans on fire. I was one of those kids, man. I was fucking bad, dog.
I remember.
God, I was bad.
We did some stuff with garbage cans. The ones when the roller toters came out, we used to grab them and pull them up beside the car. and then you go off and let them, do their thing. You just kind of let go of them, and they. Look.
That was a good time, wasn't it?
Chet told me.
Good
Chet
times.
told me he did the same thing.
Did you just tell on yourself? Is that what just happened here? Is that
Sounds like a real good
I was
time.
I was 15. I was 15. 15.
Some retired detectives.
Yes, I was a little.
yeah,
I was,
somebody searching. Hey,
I
look,
was a little reprobate, little shit ass teenager.
let's just say this: I'm not finna lean on nobody's statute of limitations. I'm just gonna keep my fucking mouth shut, and I'm gonna live my charmed ass life.
Don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. All right,
Wait it out first.
I'm in the ballpark.
You in the ballpark? So what you want to do? You want to start off from the tippity toppity?
Yeah, let's start.
So I can say some stuff like,
do your little intro. Do your little intro.
I like burning things.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Burning things is swell.
Like what?
Libraries, institutes. It's the truth I tell.
Well, don't lie.
Libraries and museums, both of them is failed. I like burning things, my friends. Burning things is swell. Start a fire, start a fire, start a fire today. Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it all the way. Fire. Oh, fire. In this summertime, I go to the countryside where I burn the forest down. I burn it down with pride. Isn't nature grand? It make things so dry. Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn the countryside. Fire! Oh, fire! It makes me feel sad to see young people dance. They could burn the disco kit down if they had the chance. Burning things will get you in the news. Burning things can make you famous too. Fire! Ooh, fire! Start a fire, start a fire, start a fire today. Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it all the way. I said fire. Oh, fire. Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it.
Are you
burn
watching,
it
Chet?
all the way.
Chet Hardwood.
Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it all the way. Burn it.
saying burning a forest down could sound so good.
So fun.
Now,
Only on the Friday night camp.
Mr. Gabriel, y'all. Aaron Gabriel.
You just never know what he's gonna do, folks. You never know what he's gonna do. You just never know. Terrell, what you got?
Man,
What's up, Terrell?
you are a book meant to be read. And it may be a long book, but tell me this. What do you have next? Like, what do you want to do next?
Good question.
And fuck, you know, or what do you really want to try that you haven't, you thought about it, but you just haven't quite gotten there? Like, what's your desire and your...
Right now, I'm working on being a full-time musician,
Okay.
to tell you the truth. And that would be the reason behind quitting all my jobs. Because I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in what my fellows are doing.
Yeah, man.
And I'm one of those people that believe that what you put in is what you get out. So if I'm wasting my time toiling away on somebody else's job, bullshitting around with my dick in my hand, I'm not serving my craft. That's
Amen,
time taken
man.
away from my craft.
Amen.
So I just refuse to put up with it any longer.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do this. I want to do this every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I want to do is fucking get together, sing my songs with my boys. You know what I'm saying? And fucking party and be on the road and have a fucking grand ass time and let my nuts hang. That's really all the fuck I want to do. I want to
Yeah,
kick
yeah,
shit
man.
over. I want to stir up some trouble. I want to make people think. And then I want to say I don't give a fuck about what you think and walk out out the door with my bag.
All right,
That's what I want to do.
that's all right.
Well, you know, that falls right in line with the Friday night gamble. Hell yeah, I'll drink to that. Team drink. Yeah, fellas.
Is that fair?
That's fair. I think that'll work. Cha-ching.
I'm sick of playing with people, man. I'm sick of playing with myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I shortchange myself sometimes.
Well, you get to that point. You know, that's one the last day, gig I had before I did this for a living. You know, I walked home 3 miles in 100-degree heat and just quit the job and or got fired from the job basically and just said, hey man, I'm just not gonna, what you just said basically, not gonna, have somebody tell me what to do anymore. I'm gonna do this for myself, I'm gonna, figure out how to, make this work, and it's just like anything, you just keep hitting at it and
I ain't scared, I'm just determined. You know what I'm saying?
that's all it takes.
And sometimes when I get
gumption to
determined,
do it and
I get a little chesty.
And, hey, that's what it takes.
I get a little chesty.
It takes me a chesty, Aaron, because I tell you, the ones that I've seen over the years, been doing this 25 years, and the ones that ain't chesty are the ones that fall off in about 2 years because, this is hard to do.
Shit ain't easy.
It's not easy at all. And,
Shit ain't easy.
if you don't have a thick skin and you get upset pretty quick about things, then...
Look, man, I say a lot of inflammatory shit. Alright? That's just like, the shit that comes out of my mouth sometimes is just... My lady showed me a internet meme last night. Fella stood up in the classroom and says, excuse me, but I can't speak without swearing.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well,
Open my
hey,
mouth, I'm finna curse at you.
I think
You know what I'm
that's
in the most enduring way possible.
I think people are hungry for that, man, in today's plastic world.
You
that
think
we
so?
live in. I think so.
Everything is a cycle. You know what I mean?
It is.
You think back to when was the cookie cutter age that you always see on TV as a black
the
and white
50s,
about
yeah.
Dennis the Menace, the 50s? Is that what it was?
Everything was.
Everything was
plastic
straight up,
too.
straight laced. You know what I'm saying?
It was
Andy
covered up.
Griffith.
And what followed after the 50s? The goddamn 60s.
Everything went buck ass wild,
followed by the 70s.
and then it went cocaine buck ass wild.
Followed by the fucking 80s.
More cocaine and more money.
And heroin
Buck
on
ass
top of
wild.
that.
You see what I'm saying
it
here?
keeps,
You
it
see
keeps-
what I'm
it keeps
saying
going
here?
around and around.
This
yeah.
shit's coming back around,
Keep
dog.
going around,
But
around.
when we come back around, we come back around with a vengeance.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean those of us that dwell in the night.
Yeah.
By we, I mean those of us that just walk opposite the direction everybody else is going. You know what I'm saying?
brother.
The rebels, the outcasts, the weirdos.
Amen.
We always get our say.
Amen.
We always get our say. But
Yeah.
when we get our say, it ain't for no measly fucking decade.
Yeah.
When we get our say, It's for the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. You can throw the 2000s in there because Juvenile and Manny Fresh did that thing for the 99 and the 2000s. So we got to throw that thing in there.
By the time they figure out what we said was right, we'll be dead.
It was too fucking late. We got a good 50, 60 year run. You know what I'm saying? And they just now trying to goddamn put you back in that fucking, you know what I'm saying? The truth be told, we need it because we butt fucking wild. But when we come back around,
yeah,
we're going to have a long run. That's all I got to say about that. Long live the outcasts and the weirdos.
Long live the originators.
And fuck a gray suit.
Aaron Gabriel.
If you're wearing a gray suit with a red tie and a white shirt underneath it right now, fuck you. Your mama should have swallowed.
Terrell Brown. Folks, it's the Friday night gamble. Don't be fooled by originators. I mean, don't be fooled by imitators.
Don't let him fool you.
Oh, you politicians ass motherfuckers. Your mother should have swallowed.
Don't even get me started there. Why do people worship poor politicians that don't care about them?
Don't give a fuck.
Don't care nothing about it.
And they get caught every day.
Every day.
Every day these motherfuckers is pedophiles.
Oh yeah.
Thieves.
Oh yes.
Rapists.
Oh, yes.
Sexual abusers. All the shit they accuse us of being, they are.
Yeah.
But they put it in a suit, slick their hair to the fucking side,
yeah,
and it's supposed to be respectable.
And everybody will defend them on Facebook.
A motherfucker in a suit is the most dangerous motherfucker walking because he's trying to dress up his bullshit.
Folks, join us next time. Go see this man tomorrow at
We
the
done?
Brewer's Kettle. We're out.
Oh
We are
shit!
out.
I was just having fun.
You just cracking the top, weren't you?
We can go. We can go. It's all right. We got a party. Ready to party. That's all. Shit.
It has been a pleasure.
Terrell Brown, Aaron Gabriel. Tomorrow night, the Brewer's Kettle. What time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Kernersville.
If you go, I swear, you can hold me to it.
Recording live.
You can hold me to it. It's recorded live
Funk
right now.
Mall.
It's gonna be recorded live, but you can hold me to it live right now.
Oh,
if
we
you
gonna
don't
have a
have a
time.
good time,
Shit, we gonna have a time.
if you
No,
don't,
ain't no ifs.
if you don't have a good time,
Then you a square and you ain't got no rhythm, you ain't got no soul, and you ain't had no business coming around here fucking with funky people anyway.
don't come in a suit. We're out.